I said, hey, yo.
Go ahead, let me hear
No,
me.
no, I ain't come to rap. Listen, I ain't come to rap. Yo, Phara, listen, you
What's
listening?
up? I'm listening.
Okay. Why you not on that royalty card? You should definitely be on there.
I'm not on the royalty card because people get emotional and shit. They feel like they could do whatever, and you're not supposed to say nothing about it, or you're not supposed to address certain situations. And like I'm not that type. Like I've never been a kiss ass. If anybody's been watching me in battle rap, y'all know I say what I want whenever I want. I don't care about none of that. And they've been doing a lot of sucker shit. Like I feel like it's a lot of females that they overlook, and they be, trying to blackball them, or they don't be giving them the respect. And we've been holding it down. Like we built this shit on our back. So it's like y'all out here showing love to these other people when it's females in our league that y'all should be respecting, and they don't give them no respect. So they was mad because I felt the need to stand up for E Heart and a lot of other females, and they didn't like that. So, and then they got upset that a lot of us did the RBE card. So it was like, oh, the females
Mm.
that did the RBE card, like we not loyal to Queen of the Ring. So it's a lot of bullshit in politics, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know you've always been that person that always like spoke your mind. And do you think honestly, like, because I when I watched that battle with Misfit, it seems like man Debo, and if you don't want to air it out, it's fine. But it seems like it must have been something in the contract to where, or am I wrong as far
Right.
as
No, you're
certain
right. And
things?
it's my contract is always the same, and it's only always one stipulation, and it's for my mother not to be mentioned. And it was a lot of things that were done up until the time of the event. Like, the contracts were signed. I'm the only person that didn't get a contract to sign.
Hmm.
And I didn't know I was the only person that didn't get a contract to sign until like the week of the event. So it was like I was talking to Babs, and then she said, I didn't get your contract back. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I never got a contract to sign. So it was like, wait. So then I hit up, Shun, and I'm like, you got a contract? And she was like, yeah, I got a contract. So, it was like little things that was happening, and I'm like, this is weird as shit. So now when the day of the event comes, I'm still asking for the contract. The contract did not come to me, but I'm still going to do the event. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my home league. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. I don't think Debo would do no shady shit to me. You understand what I'm saying? So it was
Yeah.
like the day of the event, it was like, oh, I got a phone call like, oh, the doors are not gonna open if we don't have an extra amount of money. So it was like, oh, call your sponsor and see if you can get the extra money, all this other shit. Just so the event could happen. Now, mind you, they didn't do the promo that was asked. It was supposed to be certain promo done that wasn't done. That really pissed me off because this was my event. You understand what I'm saying? Like the card before the event where
Yeah.
me and Misfit battled, I put those battles together. Those battles came out of
Oh,
my
okay.
head, and I wrote them down, and I'm like, going back and forth with Debo, and I'm like, these battles would make sense, not knowing that he would use them for another card.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then instead of me and Misfit battling, it was supposed to be me and Gaddis,
Wow. Because we
right?
haven't seen Gaddis in a long time.
Right.
Yes.
It was supposed to
Yeah.
be me and Gaddis, and the card where 40 battled Couture, me and Gaddis was supposed to be on that card. That was supposed to be our card.
Wow.
Me and Gaddis didn't know that we were not on that card until the card dropped.
Mm.
So now Gaddis is upset because she's like, I started writing and all this. Me and Gaddis is going back and forth. We, doing whatever we got to do. And then the card drops and it's like, wait, what the fuck is happening? Where did this card come from? So now
Wow.
Gaddis is upset because nobody was communicating with her that we weren't on that card or that, you know what I'm saying? So now she doesn't want to do the battle because everything looks fishy. Nobody's, sending deposits. And I
Yeah.
didn't
No
know that,
communication.
yeah, it was no
Yeah.
communication. I didn't know that she didn't get a deposit.
Wow.
So that happened. So that fell through. And even so, after I knew the battle fell through, me and Gaddis was still in communication, and she was willing to actually still do the battle on the strength of me. But the night that Couture and 40 battled, when I got to the event, Ms.Fit was there. And this is when everything, like the whole Ms.Fit battle came about, is because I walked in and she was standing there talking to, doing an interview. And she always speaks to me or whatever. We laugh, we joke and shit. And then Vague whispered in my ear, like, yo, do me a favor. So I'm like, what? He was like, promote you and Fit. So I'm like, what? And he like, yeah, promote you and Fit. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So now I'm talking shit to her. And then later on in the night, they announced the battle.
Wow.
So now I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
what's going
like,
on?
like, fuck it now. It's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So when everything was happening, when the third round came about and she started it off, and I forgot what line it was she said, but in that moment, Debo wasn't in my eyesight. When he heard her is when he walked in the room and he stopped and he looked, and I caught eye contact with him. She was still
Yeah, I
going.
could tell. I could tell by your body language. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, something's not right. Like the way
Right.
you looked. Yeah.
Right. So he walked in, like, once he heard it, he walked in like, damn, like, this is not gonna be good. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and then I noticed he was looking past me and he was looking at Babs and Vague. And it was like, and then I heard Babs sigh like,
Oh damn.
yeah, like, this is not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in that moment knew what was about to happen. So I was gonna initially walk out the ring. The only reason why I stayed in the ring is because when I went to go walk out, Shun was like, fuck it. Just let her rap. You don't even gotta rap, but just stay in the ring. Had Shuni not said nothing, I would have walked out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? So now she doesn't want to do the battle because everything looks fishy. Nobody's, sending deposits. And I
Yeah,
didn't
no
know that,
communication.
yeah, it was no communication. I didn't know that she didn't get a deposit.
Wow.
So that happened. So that fell through. And even so, after I knew the battle fell through, me and Gaddis was still in communication, and she was willing to actually still do the battle on the strength of me. But the night that Couture and 40 battled, when I got to the event, Ms.Fit was there. And this is when everything, like the whole Ms.Fit battle came about, is because I walked in and she was standing there talking to, doing an interview. And she always speaks to me or whatever. We laugh, we joke and shit. And then Vague whispered in my ear, like, yo, do me a favor. So I'm like, what? He was like, promote you and Fit. So I'm like, what? And he like, yeah, promote you and Fit. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So now I'm talking shit to her. And then later on in the night, they announced the battle.
Wow.
So now I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
what's going
like,
on?
like, fuck it now. It's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So when everything was happening, when the third round came about and she started it off, and I forgot what line it was she said, but in that moment, Debo wasn't in my eyesight. When he heard her is when he walked in the room and he stopped and he looked, and I caught eye contact with him. She was still
Yeah,
going.
I could tell. I could tell by your body language. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, something's not right. Like the way you looked. Yeah.
Right. So he walked in, like, once he heard it, he walked in like, damn, like, this is not gonna be good. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and then I noticed he was looking past me and he was looking at Babs and Vague. And it was like, and then I heard Babs sigh, like,
Oh damn.
yeah,
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah.
not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in that moment knew what was about to happen. So I was gonna initially walk out the ring. The only reason why I stayed in the ring is because when I went to go walk out, Shun was like, "Fuck it, just let her rap. You don't even gotta rap, but just stay in the ring." Had Shuni not said nothing, I would have walked out of the ring, or me and her would have fought. Because when she came in the corner, I don't know if the camera caught it, but she came in the corner and she was talking like she was rapping or whatever, and she went to move her hand, and I slapped her hand. And then she did it again, and I like slapped her hand again, and that's when she like backed up, and she was like, "Oh, you mad, man? Like, you know what's up?" You understand what I'm saying? And it could have went that way, but I'm like, all right. Shuni was like, just relax, like just let her do her shit. And that's really the only reason why we didn't fight in the ring. But as soon as she was done, and I said what I said, I got out the ring. I walked around. She got out the ring, and it was like, "What's up?" Like, and she was standing on the ring like she didn't know what was happening. Like she didn't know where my anger came from. And everybody was like, "Yo, Cortez ran around the ring," and he was like, "Come on, Phara, like, let's not do this." Like, you know, and he's apologizing for her. Like, my nigga, why you over here? I don't even fuck with you. Why you over here? So now my brothers woke up and it's like, oh shit. And then now Debo comes and he grabs me, he takes me to the back, like, and he starts explaining, like, "I swear, I told her it's in the contract, yada yada yada." And come to find out later on down the line, he didn't put it in the contract. So I had to find that out further, like later on. Like, I just found that out when I went to Philly for the battle.
Wow. Oh wow. So
You know, so the
not too
whole
long.
time,
Yeah,
right,
not too long ago. Yeah.
right. So the
Yeah.
whole time he's been telling me like it was in the contract. I swear, like, you know, I wouldn't do that. You know, I wouldn't do that. Like, you gotta trust me. I even got paid extra money just because of that. Like, when things like that happen, I'm not dumb. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know my business. So yes, if I want something in my contract and you feel like you can't control somebody's mouth, y'all just gonna have to pay me extra. And that was it. So I got paid extra money on top of what I got paid for that situation happening. But the whole thing was, you lied, and you lied to my face. So now my thing is, don't say fuck me behind my back and think I'm not going to say fuck you in public. Like, I'm not going to dish you behind your back. I'm going to dish you in public just so you know what type of time I'm on with you.
That's an unfortunate situation, though,
You know what
Pharaoh.
I'm
You know,
saying? It
that's
definitely
unfortunate.
is, but I feel like if nobody speaks up, a lot of shit is just going to continue to happen. And a lot of females in battle rap allow a lot of fuck shit to happen. And that's why a lot of females' careers don't go as far as they could have gone, because they allow people to dictate what they're going to do with their career, what moves they can make, what leagues they could be on. Y'all not never going to do that to me. And I'm still always going to say what I want.
And Pharaoh, I ain't gonna lie, like, man, you are a goat in the rap game, and I'm not just saying that, but yeah, you're a staple. You've been around since Queen of the Ring started, so you know it just felt weird not seeing your name on that royalty card. It was just like, wow,
Yeah,
you know.
that created a lot of tension as well, because it was like, even for me, as far as battle rap is not my life. You understand? Like, so I don't really care about certain things, but for the most part, my whole issue with the royalty card was the way it was presented. It was, this card is for the girls that didn't do the RBE card. This card is for the loyal females, that are loyal
Yeah,
to
so it
Queen
was
of the
like a get
Ring.
back.
So it
Yeah.
was like, yeah, it was like a fuck y'all. Like, this is for them. Like we're not loyal. Like, before y'all even had any subscribers, like, E Heart wasn't battling in a hat store. So if you want to say anybody is loyal, E Heart should have been at the top of the card. Regardless if she battled on RBE or not, Shayna Ashley should have been on the card. Shayna Ashley actually battling on RBE was the first time she's ever battled on any other league aside from Queen of the Ring. Why? Because she's so loyal. Y'all offered her a battle, and then after she battled on RBE, y'all took the battle from her and put somebody else on the card.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So it was, for me, it was more so not, I didn't care to be on the royalty card, but it was like other females that actually are really loyal to the brand, that don't really battle or take battles that they know could be on the brand, and y'all still shit on them.
Yeah, it's a slap in the face.
That's a slap, especially for somebody like E Heart and Shayna Ashley. That was my whole thing, and they didn't like that. And they felt like, oh, when I speak, people always listen, so it's creating a lot of tension, or it's creating a lot of bad views for Queen of the Ring. Nah, if y'all do fuck shit, y'all do fuck shit. If I'm not speaking facts, nobody's gonna listen to it, and nobody's gonna be like, that makes sense. If it's not facts, or if it doesn't make sense, we all grown here. But I can't be mad. Listen, if I want to be on Queen of the Ring, I probably would. If they want me back, it'll be what it's going to be. But I'm not in no rush to do, you know what I'm saying, to kiss nobody ass, to be on no platform where I could battle elsewhere and still get a bag.
That's true, because that was a good battle with you in Clips. I'm not gonna lie. And RBE, I was like, yo, and you battled. I seen you on Scotty when coming down to Houston. So
right,
like,
I travel.
Yeah. So you get busy, man. I do my homework. So it's just like I said, it's unfortunate. And I've heard a lot of things, to be honest, when it comes to Debo and the Queen of the Ring. Unfortunately, some people say he's a janky promoter. I've heard that. I've heard he does bad business, and it's not really to shame him, but it's just like when you hear things over and over again, you just like, well, it's a little bit of truth into that,
right?
Things like that. So,
it gets like that, but.
So are you going to battle this year, or you're not even in no rush? It don't even matter.
I'm gonna battle this year. I know T Top said he wanted to battle me.
Oh wow.
This year, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Shine actually said that he would battle me, so I'm excited about that. If that happens, wherever it happens, I'm all for that. But
would
other
that
than
be
that,
personal? Would that be like a personal battle? You think?
Everybody thinks it's gonna be personal, but I think it's more so like I would say it's more so like a teacher and a student, because of something like that. But I don't think we would be personal. I don't think it would be a personal battle. Like people think it would be super personal. We both have families, so it would never be. It would never be
like
that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Any females? I mean, you kind of ran through everybody. I feel like, but
yeah, I feel like when it comes to females, I'm more so like focused on like little leagues, because it'd be a lot of it'd be a lot of gems in these. It's something that females really be having a lot of potential. So I feel like views for Queen of the Ring. Nah, if y'all do fuck shit, y'all do fuck shit. If I'm not speaking facts, nobody's gonna listen for this year, for the most part.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Well, I just want to wish you a great new year. Save this live, because a lot of people, they need to hear what happened. Because a lot of people, they just assume like, yo, Phara was kind of moody. The way she went out was wrong, and
everybody says that. But I mean, it's bigger than battle rap. Like a lot of people, I don't know people's relationships with their mother and stuff like that, but my relationship with my mother is different. So if anybody brings her up, it's always going to be an issue for me. So I'm never going to change the person I am or how I react to certain situations, because that's just me. That's who I am. That's what made me. So I'm always going to be that person.
Yo, Phara, that royalty card, it's a pretty dope card, man.
It is, and I'm proud of all the females that are on it.
I was gonna, yeah, I want to ask you, like, you got your girl Miss Hustle against 40 bars. I know you're going with
Hmm.
Hustle, right? You think Hustle
I'm
going? You think
definitely.
she gonna do her dirty?
I heard like the majority of Hustle's first, and it's really, really, really good.
Mm,
I'm hoping 40 doesn't come and play, but one thing I do know is 40's aggression is never gonna be on the level of Hustle's. Like
mm,
Hustle knows how to control the URL crowd. 40 doesn't have that. Like 40 doesn't have the crowd control in no situation. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be hard for her to get that crowd and keep them if she goes second.
oh
If
yeah,
she
she,
goes
yeah,
if she
yeah.
goes first, she might set the tone, but she's gonna have a very hard time keeping up with Hustle's energy and the way Hustle can control that crowd. I mean, to me, I feel like it's gonna be a really good battle, but I feel like she's really in like a she's gonna really be between like a rock and a hard space or whatever you call that, because it's like if she goes first, she could, either she's gonna turn it all the way up, because if she don't start off on fire, it's over for her.
Yeah, it could get real dark in there.
It's
Yeah,
gonna get real bad for her really
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
And if Hustle, the way Hustle first round starts off
Oh, it's like that, huh?
is
Wow.
is is something that nobody's gonna want. It's just fire. So she's gonna have, like, every round she's gonna really have to step it up a notch. She might just have to slap somebody. I don't know, but
Man, I hope not.
she's gonna have to bring that aggression. She's gonna have to come 1,000 times better than she thought she was on Summer Madness, because they waiting for her to choke. She did
Yeah,
bad on Summer Impact.
she did bad. She did
So
bad.
they probably really waiting to boo her.
Yeah.
So she's
You,
gonna have a long night. So she might as well come to the battle naked. That's the case.
to just to steal the whole show, just to
Just to
make sure.
steal the show, like just come naked at this point, because you need
Yeah.
something. You need something, because
What do you think about Tori Doe and chess? The prince
I'm
versus the princess.
I'm so like that is one
Yeah,
of the battles I'm so hyped to see,
I agree.
because
Yeah.
they both, like, their bars are just different. Like the way their flows, the pattern changes, and the things that they speak about is just crazy. So I know that's gonna be a fucking crazy battle. I just know it. The energy is gonna be on 1,000, because Chess is not gonna let Tori beat him. He's not. He's gonna treat her like a dude, and that's gonna be the most amazing part of the battle.
I think that's going that I think that may be battle of the night. It could
I
be.
think
It
it.
could
I,
be.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's gonna be battle of the night. The battle that I think is gonna be a snooze fest actually is the 2-on-2.
Oh, the Geechee Gotti. You
Yeah, I
think
think that's gonna
and
be a
Cortez and
snoozer.
Misfit?
I
You think
think
so?
that is gonna be a snoozer. I don't see the chemistry with Geechee and Coffee. Like, I know they're in the same, group or whatever, but even watching the trailer, their part was really like, it was like, what the fuck is the magic? Like, where do y'all going? Like, where's the chemistry? It was nothing there.